Hello everyone, I am very new around here, so I'm finally getting around to filming my first ever YouTube, which is very exciting for me. I've been putting it off for a couple years now. So I just thought I'd do a little bit of a get to know me, especially with the reason why I fell in love with movement, gym, fitness, health, all things like that. So you don't think, who is this random chick posting fitness content on my feed? So I'm Jenna, I'm 24 years old, currently living in Melbourne, Australia. I would say my love for movement began at the age of 3 when I signed up for my first ballet class. Shortly after that, I started playing tennis at the age of 5. I was one of those kids at school who always had like something going on after school. Tennis, I danced, I played netball, swimming. I also did piano, flute, and marimba, but for those of you who don't know, marimba is like a large wooden percussion instrument that you hit with sticks. That was super fun. Moving on from that, up until about the age of 15, I competed in all my sports, loved it, but from there we decided to make the move from South Africa to Australia, which was a pretty big move. So when I first got to Australia, I was sort of in, I would say, sort of survival mode. So the least of my worries was about signing up for dance class or like stuff like that. So I guess it sort of in a way started to drop off. I still did play tennis, which was fun. I found I needed to find other ways to start moving my body because I guess it's all I've ever really known. I would say that's when I actually ended up falling in love with the gym. So yeah, from about the age of 15, started training. Found obviously looking back, I was doing a lot of things wrong technique wise, just kind of my understanding of it, of gym and training and food and nutrition and everything. So yeah, so went through that phase, didn't hire a professional to help me, which looking back now I wish I had. I would have skipped a lot of mistakes that I was making. Towards the end of school, I was studying physical education as one of my year 12 subjects, and I found, wow, I really love this, learning about the body and all that. So I had the option, I remember leaving school, whether to do a double degree in law and commerce, or I could go and study exercise and sports science. And I remember having law and commerce as my first pick, and just 30 minutes before my preferences closed, I swapped them around and I went, no, I'm going to study exercise and sports science, and I put law and commerce second, which is, oh, I'm so happy I did that now. Yeah, so went off to Deakin University, studied a Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science and Sport Management, which took 4 years. I was a swim teacher first, very random, and then after like doing all my shadow hours and stuff like that, decided I didn't want to be in the water. Getting in and out the pool every shift was just not for me. So I went, you know what, no, I'm going to go and coach tennis. So I coached tennis for about 2 years. A large portion of my life has revolved around tennis. My brothers played growing up, I played, my partner now plays. So literally I've just grown up at the side of a tennis court. Don't know how it's happened that way, but it just has. During that time I studied my certificate 3 in group fitness, so I was running group classes as well, mainly HIIT, so high intensity interval training, strength, those sort of things. Finished my degree so I could work as a personal trainer. Went off on my own and I started what I call Elevate Health Group, which is my personal training business. So I've been doing that for about a year and a half. Absolutely love it. So yeah, so found that I fell in love with personal training, movement, teaching people what I wish I would have known when I first started the gym. And then recently I went back to my other job to do tennis strength and conditioning rather than being on court, because I just found my passion for being in the gym just a little bit more than being on court. I'm currently working as a personal trainer and tennis S&C, which I absolutely love. I'm so grateful that I get to be doing this job. And that's why I thought I could bring, well, hopefully, some of my knowledge to YouTube, whether it be posting at-home workouts with minimal equipment that you could do. Also love stretching, mobility, recovery, all that sort of stuff. Maybe here and there I might chuck in just some tips and stuff like that. We'll just see how we go. I find with me as well, I do often preach the importance of stretching, recovery, things like that. I think that comes from dancing and playing tennis. I was told the importance of stretching, recovery, mobility. I might preach a bit of that in my videos. I find often the training boxes get ticked, but the recovery, I don't find that gets ticked as much. But anyway, that's a whole different story. So anyway, so I'm looking forward to getting started. So if you would like to come along on my journey, see some of my health and fitness videos, I would love for you to join me. Click subscribe below. Yes, I'm going to try my best to be consistent, and thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys much more.